ladies and gents, we have 5 minutes to the next tap-off. Hope you're all hydrating properly, warming up for the next game.
Go for it.
Okay, ladies and gents, we have 1 minute till tap-off and 1 minute till tap-off.
And that's good as time as any to come back from the break. As you hear in the background, 1 minute to go until the first semi-final of the day. Nottingham Hoods in their customary black and green that we've become used to, and Cambridge Hornets in their blue and white that we've become used to as well. My name's Chris Weymouth and I'm here at Oxford Rugby Club, at a slightly blowy Oxford Rugby Club. A bit cooler than it was yesterday. The sun's intermittent, but it's still very warm and great conditions for touch. Joined by Renee Watson from Oxford.
Hello.
Hello. In terms of having the tournament on your own patch, it must be great, not least because it's just around the corner, but also in terms of really showcasing the sport to this part of the country.
Yeah, absolutely. I think particularly having it at this level, having the NTS here, it's a great opportunity for us to shout about it around the county and get a bit of publicity. Maybe even get some players down.
There goes the first tutor to open play, and it is Cambridge who starts. Sam Misson, one of their key young playmakers, and Ben Powell, one of their key slightly older playmakers. I think it's fair to say he wouldn't mind.
We've got
saying.
speed and experience in the duo there. It's brilliant.
Youth and treachery. Which one's going to win out against a Nottingham team which we saw make life a little bit harder for themselves against CSSE2 in the opening game of the day. But these two delivered a humdinger on one of the other fields yesterday. It was a 10-10 draw, and two fantastic games, very, very tight games in Trafford on the outskirts of Manchester 2 weeks ago. And their quarter-final, went down to a 3-on-3 drop-off. 6 minutes worth of drop-off of extra
Oh my
time.
goodness. No one likes a drop off at the best of times. So one goes down to 3-on-3. That's just painful. And that was a unusual mistake there from Lucy Snape. She's usually got hands as solid as anything. Oh,
and
that
Cambridge are the first
nicely
on the
done.
board. Long ball out to the right from Ben Powell, and Lucy Norburn is in for the opening score.
And that was a lovely dive there. No hesitation. She got the ball in hand and straight down on the ground. That's what you want to see in a winger.
1-0 to Cambridge.
It's the sort of thing I kind of imagine myself doing and rarely ever execute quite as nicely as she just did.
Nottingham keep on coming from. We're not seeing them impose themselves on games in terms of on the score, even if they're on pressure. Sadie Meakin takes the touch. Will Lupton, another one of the young key playmakers, played for the Mixed Open in Malaysia recently. We've seen his speed off the ground and ability to draw penalties. We've also seen his frustrations when things don't go his way, and if that's one thing Nottingham are going to have to curb from the opening game, it's going to be the back chat to the referees. And they're going over for the score. Is this going to be given?
Ooh.
Ball down. Yes, it is. That is the first score of the day for Nottingham, and exactly the way they wanted to hit back, just going through the middle and dotting down underneath. Well, right, I was going to say underneath the sticks. That's because we've got to set a post to one end. Luke Reed on the dive. A great finish, and exactly what Nottingham would have needed after conceding early doors.
It was a very close call there, so he was lucky to get that down.
Sam Misson. Until he gets the ball off the floor.
I'm enjoying the composure of this Cambridge team. They seem to, they're really controlling the game. I would imagine that they're quite happy with that, even though they've just been scored on in their attack. They're nice and composed.
Sorry, it's Tamara Slater who's coming on this near side. Sorry, it's a bit of a Freudian slip from the Manchester game earlier on. As Ben Powell comes off the floor, gets wide.
Ooh, again, nicely
Has
done.
KDB got across? Kate Davis-Pavin got across to make the touch.
Oh, that looked like it was down to me. Yep.
Ball is indeed down, and that's touchdown number 2 for the Cambridge Hornets. Thea Dawson this time. And I think we've seen what Cambridge's game plan is going to be. Go through the middle and exploit some spaces out wide.
It looks like it's going to be a cracking game too.
Yeah. Kate Davis-Pavin, normally a link for the England Women's Open. We've seen her play a lot on the wing over the past 2 Belief Elite National Touch Series tournaments, but Cambridge maybe exploiting that relative inexperience.
I think she's quite quick, isn't she? So I would imagine that in attack on the wing she'll be pretty dangerous.
Yeah, we've seen that an awful lot from them. Certainly Kate and Sadie Meek, and the pair of them are, they make a big difference to this Oxford setup. Sorry, to this Nottingham setup.
We wish we had them in our team.
It's been a long weekend.
Ooh. Yeah, given a bit late there.
Yeah, that was Oliver Maynard just passing the ball after he'd been touched. Concedes a penalty. And important holding out there for Nottingham, especially Cambridge after having scored on the previous 2 visits to that area of the pitch. Sadie Meakin, the aforementioned Sadie Meakin, and Kate Davis-Pavin gets the ball off the floor. Try scorer Luke Reed Will Lupton, Luke Reed back in.
Hands are there.
Will Lupton off the floor. It's looking for support.
Oh, shame. Good idea. Just Nottingham need to tighten up on their execution a little bit here. Their comms doesn't seem to be perhaps as good as it could be. They're not sort of owning it, I think, as much as they might like to be.
Cat Jones gets involved, feeds Oliver Maynard. And again, Cambridge making good meters. It's Tamara Slater, feeds Misson, back to Slater. Sam Misson. It's one thing that's become a really familiar sight. Ben Powell, slightly less familiar.
That gazelle step that Misson's got, I mean, it's when you're playing against that, that's the last thing you want to see, because you know that it's probably all over by that point.
It's an interesting contrast between Will Lupton and Sam Misson. They've got a lot of similarities in terms of the ability to get the ball off the deck quickly and then to get up to full speed, but it's how they get up to speed. Lupton kind of glides up there.
Like a hovercraft.
Misson, as you say, goose steps his way, and it's like 1, 2, up, and then looking for a direction to go off to. I think, what's the harder one to face?
For me, definitely the goose step, because it's so easy then to turn your hips the wrong way, and then he's just going to capitalise on that and take you on your outside or whichever direction you've not gone. And you know, I've got a good probably 25 years on him, so if I try and do anything like that, my bones are just going to break. It's not going to work.
Cambridge go wide again. But that's the 5th touch this time.
Oh wow, that's a cracking touch in the corner there. I thought she was in there.
And the touch made on Thea Dawson. And it's a 6th touch on turnover. This time Nottingham getting out there, shutting down that long ball, but as the game goes on, that may very well leave space in the middle for the likes of Misson.
That's much better driving there by Nottingham than their last set, and you can see Sadie Meakin's just taken control of that and gotten them moving much more fluidly.
Nottingham goes straight from one 5-metre line to the other. One set of 6, as you say, plenty of pace. It's a good 60 metres from one 5-metre line to the other. That's a skill in itself as Cambridge. I think Hannah Suzuki takes the ball in, but missing. Tries to get slowed down. That's Matt Hall in the Nottingham midfield.
Nice overlap here. There we go.
Ben Powell over for
really
the score.
Well played.
You say there's nothing complicated about that, just hard running during the final play and offloading, very unselfish player from the Cambridge Hornets.
It's interesting because that's the kind of touch that I think, out at the World Cup, you watch New Zealand and Australia and they make it look so easy, and it's also simple. It's just simple things executed to perfection, and Cambridge have done a great job on that one.
Cambridge now 2 scores to the goods, 8 minutes gone in the first half, 20 minutes each way. And the winner will go through to play the winner of BBR against Hot Custard, which is happening on the field immediately behind us. We'll keep you up to date with what's happening there.